It's Week 7 of the NFL, and we've got Pat Surtain.
We find ourselves at the Family Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the New York Jets and the Denver Broncos. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our home side in this one, they're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Time for our first look at the Denver offense. And, of course, the new face of the Broncos, 9-time Pro Bowler while in Seattle, Russell Wilson.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception, didn't have a touchdown to offset it, but the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. His throw incomplete. So this game, Charles, you know, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Now the 3 and 4 down, knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Ball again on 2nd down. Oh, look at the juke. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now Wilson, he gets it underneath to Hall. And the Jets are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, only their first drive, Charles, but they talked to us about needing to convert on third down, in particular not letting third and short opportunities slip through their fingers. Well, they were successful right there.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Jets get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown.
Phillips now from the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. On third down, Wilson. He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted.
LaMarcus Joyner with a pick.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. And that was one that they kind of saw coming, Charles. A free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting. And he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see. This is intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets it on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We score. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us? So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25.
The offense for the Jets ready to take over. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And that is incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Hall again on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at about the 43. This defense for the Broncos, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I have to say a very solid performance.
Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Wilson. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing again here, Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
But kind of a throwback weekend for our primetime games here in Week 7. Later tonight, a couple of the great AFC teams of the 70s do battle. The Steelers and Dolphins from Miami on Sunday night. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Bears and Patriots from Foxborough. A rematch of Super Bowl 20. Bears won that one 46-10. But fear not for the Patriots. If I remember correctly, they've won a few in the years following. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Wilson. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action with Wilson. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. To throw again on second down. Wilson to the right side, and he's got more complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Wilson now to throw on third down. And able to connect with Berrios. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Now it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. Does the big boy have the juice? And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's work done. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
4th down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal. The kick by McManus is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
And New York set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Denver's offense now set to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. The Broncos at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing it.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 41. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And he's got room. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well. And they pick up big yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wilson. Open man is Denzel Mims. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Wilson will throw again. Quick slant, caught by Moore.
And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Wilson. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Now Wilson.
He dumps this one off here to Hall.
Touchdown! Breece Hall. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Broncos going to get one more possession in this 1st half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it lines up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw.
And check down, complete to Hall. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. So we've reached halftime with a visiting. The 2nd half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, 2nd half. Let's do it. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Jets now to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10.
2nd half starts with a run by Hall.
A beautiful fake. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position, they end up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop. Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down.
He's got the connection to Moore.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. He was held without a catch in the 1st half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Over the middle, he gets it to Barrios.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. A give running right is Hall.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they'll get him behind the line. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Throwing is Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Throw to the right, taken in by Berrios.
And the Jets are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Wilson.
This will be caught. Judy.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now Wilson on 1st down.
Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
A huge play there for Denver. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play action. Now Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number.
And the pass is caught. Touchdown Denver. Jerry Jeudy.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are back within a score.
So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the 1st half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a proven drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Time for another drive here for this Jets offense. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
On the counter, it's Hall. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
They go play action now. Wilson. And it's incomplete. Take a shot. Couldn't connect.
And that
That's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. Now it's Wilson. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. On first down, Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And my goodness, another interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. At issue here, does the football make contact with the ground before he secured it? And I think some of these angles are going to give us a pretty good look.
Secured is the important part because the ball can touch
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. This will be caught just inside the 10. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Jets get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Phillips now from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Well, the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Open man, and again it's Sutton.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to have it here just past the 25.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Play action. It's Wilson. And he completes it to Berrios. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Braxton Berrios, 55 yards.
And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Zerline now for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through. In the lead.
Broncos 18.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Phillips now from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Now Cortland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. A 3-score game here late. You could probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
On the slant, completes to Sutton. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And this is going to be intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick.
And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to...
Now Hall to start the drive.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, Wilson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise.
And my goodness, another interception.
Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll start out here with a jet sweep.
And he'll wind up picking up about 4, as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
On 3rd down, here's Hall.
And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. He'll take it at the 42. And side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing big in the 4th quarter.
Escaping the pressure right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Wilson.
Open man, he completes it to Judy.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Throwing is Wilson.
Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his 3rd of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again here, Wilson. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you?